I'm looking for a certain feeling, gotta hit a raw. Look up to my ceiling, lady chandeliers galore. Look into my closet, then you know I love couture. Even more, my shoe collection too fly for the fuck.
What's going on, y'all? It's ManCodeTV, man. You know, we here back with another one. I appreciate everybody for coming out. And before I even get started, let me get you guys to subscribe to the channel. Definitely appreciate the support, man, and need it as well. You know, keeps me motivated, keeps me going. All right, so the subject of today, the topic of the day, is going to be, should you date older women? And is there any reason for you to date an older woman? And there is any advantage to dating older women? So we're going to give you the pros, the cons, and then we're going to give you the truth. Alright, so let's start with the pros. Alright, so the pros to dating an older woman. Well, you can say that older women are more mature. They kind of know what they want because they've been through a lot of different things. You know, they've lived life. You know, hence that's why they're older. You know, so they got a lot of experience with life. You know, they know their body. You know, they can definitely show you the things that they like. As far as like sexually, they can show you those things that they like. Show you the stuff that they don't like. And usually an older woman is going to be more established financially. So more times than not, man, you know, she'll probably have a good job. She'll be pretty secure. She'll have a nice little place somewhere. And she should have a lot of free time for the most part. I mean, because she's pretty established in her career. Now, if she's running around and whatnot and all that, that's possible. And she might not have as much free time, but a lot of times, I mean, the older woman, they said her being established and settled in her career, she should have a good amount of free time because she's able to space out her time and she's able to allot it and know what she's going to do, when she's going to be doing it, and all that kind of stuff. So usually, like I said, their time management is pretty good, man, for like an older woman. And so, I mean, those are some pros. I'm trying to think anything else I can think of. I mean, I'll throw this out as a pro, but I'm probably contradicted. But I mean, usually, it's older women are like sexually, I guess, in their prime, kinda, because like I said, I guess they know what they want, so you can kind of say that they're in their sexual prime, I guess, something like that. They always say that, you know, older women are sexually peaking and all that stuff, whatever, and they love sex and da-da-da, because they've probably had their children and stuff, so they got all that stuff out of the way, and so they're just probably just ready to, you know, just get it on. They ready to do it. You know, they ready to smash and, you know, all that good stuff, man, that you hear. So those can be some of the pros. All right, so let's hit some of these cons. So some of the cons I'll say to dating an older woman is, if you're a younger guy, some cons are going to be, well, she's older. So there are some older women that still look pretty good, but a lot of times they're starting to, you know, they're aging, so they're not going to look as good, you know, so they're not going to look how they look when they were in their 20s or their early or their late teen years, like 18, 19, something like that, or like early 20s. So they're not going to look as good as that most times. Sometimes an older woman can look better when she's older than when she's younger, but most times that's not the truth. A lot of times this is more true for men, for us, that we look older, not older, I'm sorry, we look better when we get older. We have more mature look. You know, we have that like debonair, suave look as we get older. Then when we kind of younger, we kind of looking goofy. So yeah, that's a con. Like I said, she's getting older, so a lot of times they don't look better. They look worse than they did when they were younger. And a lot of times the older woman's gonna put on that weight if they're not watching what they're eating and how they're treating their bodies and working out and stuff like that. Another con would be if you're a younger guy having children with an older woman, probably is a no. It's probably gonna be a no-go. 9 times out of 10, that's a no-go. A lot of times they've already had their kids. So if you're looking to have kids, man, you probably don't want to deal with an older woman. Let's see some more cons. Those are some cons because I'm about to get to the truth. So I just hit y'all with some light pros and cons, and I'm gonna get to the truth. So the truth of the matter is, should you date an older woman? Are there advantages? From my personal experience, man, hell no. Don't freaking date no older woman. Hell no. If you a young guy, man, 20s and 30s, nah, dude, don't date no. Even, man, it don't matter what age you are. Forget that. It ain't nothing no 20s and 30s and whatever. If you're a guy, period, don't date no older woman. And like I said, I guess this is more for the younger guys, but it's really for any guy. There's no real advantages that are just going to overwhelm everything as far as like dating an older woman. Like I said, a lot of them, they already got their kids and stuff. So not only will you not probably be having kids with them, you got to deal with their ready-made family as well. And these are like older kids too, because they're an older woman. Their kids are going to be older, damn near high school or in college or something like that. So you had to deal with that, and another thing, man, that's and then the whole myth about women, older women being in their sexual prime. Oh, they're wild, they're crazy. Man, from my experience, no, they're not. Younger women are more carefree, more sexually carefree, just more carefree in general. They don't really care too much about, oh, this has to be that way, that has to be this way. They're kind of more like, oh, okay, I'm just go with the flow and see what happens. And they're just happy about life, happy-go-lucky, naive about a lot of things, which is real good. You want a naive woman. You don't want a woman that thinks she knows everything, man. That's a no-go. That's terrible. That's no good. You want some naiveness. You want some. You want some woman that's kind of searching and kind of figuring out what she's doing. You don't want a woman that kind of feel like she knows what she's doing already and all that stuff. That kind of takes out the whole happy-go-lucky vibe. So you want that happy-go-lucky vibe in a woman. So yeah, like I said, dating an older woman, it's a no-go, man. Focus on young women. Older women get bitter too. Older women, they're bitter because of all the breakups and all the different things that men have done to them in the past. And so when you're dealing with them, if you notice, man, if you ever mess with an older woman, she's going to be asking you questions like, how old are you? Because they want to know if you're younger or older, so they can kind of see what you know. Because if you're older, they're going to know, like, okay, this guy knows some stuff. He knows little tricks and different little things that happen and maybe a woman can do. So I'm going to be a little cautious with him. But a younger guy, they know they can get over on you with certain things that you might not know yet. You know what I mean? So, but see, that's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? If you younger guy, man, you listen to me, man, you're going to be good. You're going to be able to cut off all those little tricks that some of these women try to throw out there, man. Because like I said, I've been through a little thing. I mean, I'm still pretty young myself, but I done been through enough to know what's going on. So yeah, don't date no older woman. If you're in your 30s, date chicks in their 20s. I say mid-20s, because if you get too young, it's sometimes the immaturity factor. So I'm saying, for me, like 23 is a good, I guess, minimum that I like to start at. But hey, if you're in your 20s, you might want to go back to like your 20-year-old, even though I think 20-year-olds are freaking super immature and act like they're in high school or something like that. But hey, if you like that, you like that. You'll definitely get the youthfulness of a young woman that's in like 20 or 21 or something like that. They're just going to be immature. I say women really start maturing around like 23, 24, where they're still young and looking good, but they got that maturity level going as well when they're like 23, 24. Their bodies are really hitting that womanly stage and they're still young. And they got that good maturity level. where it's real sexy. When I'm 23, 24, that's what I like. That's when they start coming into their own, but they're still young. And like I said, older women, man, they're trying to maintain their bodies and stuff. You know, and like I said, if they start eating and they don't maintain at all, or they just really start slacking off on the maintaining and they're not eating as well, man, their body's gonna go to garbage if they've been maintaining it. A lot of times you can tell when they start getting older because they start putting on that weight and they're not maintaining and taking care of themselves, so their bodies and start looking bad and all that. Man, it's just a train wreck. Leave these old hoes alone, man. Just leave them alone. Stick with the younger girls, man. If you stick with the younger girls, leave them old women alone, man. They know good. I said they bitter, and it's a myth about them being sexual and crazy in bed, man. I ain't seen nothing that tells me that. So I've dealt with them, and ain't nothing special about nothing that they do, man. Give me a younger woman 9 times out of 10. 10 times out of 10, give me a younger woman, man. Them old women, man, they beat up and ran through, and they bitter and mad and all that. And then they asking you questions and stuff and trying to figure you out, man. Fuck all that, man. Get with the young women. Man, I said they fun, happy-go-lucky, then they ready to go. Bodies in their prime, man, looking fine as hell. And they, like I said, they know how to have fun, and they ready to have fun. They ain't gonna be asking you all these goofy ass questions. And if they do ask you some goofy questions, you can easily just distract them and give them some whatever answer, and they'll fucking take it. And they ain't gonna keep investigating. So yeah, man, that was it for today. Hit y'all with a little, you know what I'm saying, some little knowledge and whatnot, man, about, man, leaving these old ass women alone, man. Leave them alone, man. It's not worth it, man. They wasting your time. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the video, hit the notification bell. I'm gone.
Shoot the fucking stylist, we go find the shit ourselves. Audemo was designed by Swiss Beats. Black face, black band, orange stitching is a beat.